All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquas that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled That Big Old Black Woman Statue. All right. It's going to be entitled That Big Old Black Woman Statue. Now, of course, got inspired to do this lesson because of the recent events that just went down in Times Square. And as you can see right here, it was published on May 8th. This just became a big thing. It says Times Square toots new statue of 12-foot tall black woman as stark contrast to statues of white men. The Times Square website contrasted the new statue with two that have stood for decades, summarizing them as both white, both men. Wow, man. Wow. All right. And look what they put. Giant DEI statue erected in NYC. All right. And we don't have to read this article. We don't have to read it. If you want to read it, just go to foxnews.com. You can read the article, or you just Google black woman statue in Times Square. It'll pop up everywhere. And as you can see right here, this is the new statue that everybody's going to be able to see whenever they visit the NYC. All right. And it's just hilarious because we've been saying for a long time that the so-called black woman and Esau are the perfect tag team. And this is showing you that this is, 2/3 black women. All right. This is their kingdom as well, man. Esau already knew exactly who to target when it came to this captivity. He was like, we need to target these black women, man. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. And just for the simple fact that they just got a random statue that's put up out of nowhere shows you that women are in authority here as well. And then not only did they put a statue up, but they put a statue with her being overweight. Talking about they want to push diversity. All right, because the thing is, they want the majority of you all to stay obese. They want the majority of you all to stay, overweight, not take care of yourself, so forth and so on. They want you all to walk outside as if there's nothing wrong with you. They want you to walk outside and have everybody, quote unquote, accept you for who you are on some letter community shit, man. So it's hilarious. It's hilarious at seeing this. All right. And then, you see the pose she got. Look at, she got the hands on her hips and everything that, how they talk, man. You know how it is. I ain't even got to go into it. You know how they speak. But this is it's just hilarious, man. It's just hilarious. And people literally going to visit NYC to take pictures of this. And, at the end of the day, it's ridiculous. But at the same time, it's just funny. And they literally comparing her to, like we just read earlier, to famous white men. All right. Because both of them stood their ground for historical events, it's just random, man. We just gonna go ahead and get the scriptures real quick. It's gonna be a quick lesson, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 31. Go to verse 22. It says, how long will thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And this is showing you that. This is definitely showing you that a woman has compassed a man. If you wanted to really say something, you could have been like, well, how come they didn't put like a random statue of a black man up, because people would be like, well, they got statues of Kanye West and Michael Jordan, so forth and so on. Be like, man, those are famous figures. We don't know who she is. We don't know who she is. They just put this up just because, just so it can be representation of these people right here, man. That's all it is. So this is showing you that, yeah, a new thing has happened in the earth. Again, it says, how long will thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And that's exactly what just happened. And it already happened, but now it's official. It's official. All right. The so-called woman is over the man in this society, man. And it's very easy to see. We're going to get Isaiah chapter 3. And go to verse 11. It says, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. This is a new thing in the earth. Women ruling over men, women being placed over the men. All right. A lot of people don't want to hear that because we're supposed to live in a place where they push equality. They push feminism, so forth and so on. But the truth is, it's not supposed to be like that. This is written in the scripture. So this is coming from the Most High himself. He said, I'm going to create a new thing in the earth. A woman is going to be over a man. A woman is going to rule the earth. Now, she doesn't rule the earth right now, of course, because Esau, ultimately is in control. But he's using Eve. He's using the so-called black woman to make sure that the majority of his plans go according to the way that he wants things to go. When you think about child support, when you think about the family structure, so forth and so on, Esau wanted that woman to be in the household, to run it and everything like that. Esau wanted them to literally look at their husbands and be like, yeah, you sleeping on the couch tonight. I wish you would say something back. Just like when you watch that sitcom, Everybody Hates Chris, that's the perfect example of what a modern black woman is, man. The lady that played Pam in Martin, when you look at the things that she had to say and do in that show, you be like, oh man, this pisses me off so much, man. She over here talking to a swole ass Terry Crews, speaking to him in any type of way, man, yelling at him, threatening him, talking about, man, if you speak to me any type of way, I'm gonna smack you upside your bald head and shit. That's how they talk to their husbands. That's how they talk to their husbands. And now they have all of these reports of men, be getting sick or getting injured or being in pain for whatever reason. And the reason being is because they argue with their woman. People don't know, when you argue with your woman, that's not a thing for us to do because we're the leaders, man. We don't run off of emotion. We run off of logic. So we get into a situation where it causes us to have our emotion rise. Now it gets to the point where it starts hitting your insides. It starts making your blood flow. It starts doing things to your body to the point where you will feel some type of way sooner or later, man. They talking about arguing can lead to back pain. Of course, arguing leads to a lot of stress. And you already know stress can lead to a lot of dangerous things for you, man. So the thing is, they be telling people, they be like, man, don't be arguing with your wife. They be like, if you get to the point where you feel like it's about to escalate, you just stand up, just walk outside, get some air, walk it off, and then come back and breathe, man. But of course, it's not that easy because we got to deal with this. Hold on. We got to deal with this right here. We got to deal with this. They're not just going to let you walk outside, man. If you try to walk outside and get some air and just, breathe or whatever, they're going to follow you. They're going to follow you, and they may get to the point where if they see a weapon on the ground or something, they may actually try to do something, man. But this is the world that we live in, man. This is the world that we live in. Let's get Proverbs 14. We're going to get Proverbs 14. Then we're going to go to verse 17. And it says, he that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. There you go. The simple they inherit folly, man. That ain't nothing but folly right there, man. It ain't nothing but some simple shit. Literally putting up a big statue of her just because you want to push diversity, show that she was strong throughout all of these rough times, throughout all of these ages. Nah, man. Nah, they showing you who's a tag team partner in this show that they running. That's all. And the people gonna eat this up. The majority of people gonna eat that up, man. And you already know the simps out there, they gonna eat that up too, man. Because there's a lot of them that actually believe that, the Most High is a woman. And then they be like, and a lot of them believe that the woman is the most powerful gender out of the two. Just for the simple fact that she has to give birth and do, so forth and so on, man, do her womanly duties. So they look at her as a god. When it's completely different, man. It's completely different. The scriptures tell you that Sarah called her husband Lord. Sarah did that. Let's get 1 Peter. Hold on. We're going to get, damn, get out the way. All right, there we go. We're going to get 1 Peter chapter 3. Then we're going to go to verse 5. Like it says right here, man. It says, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. There you go. There you go. Wives back then used to call their husbands Lord, and that's getting ready to come back in the kingdom. That's getting ready to come back in the kingdom. You know, these men out here are not going to be looking at these women as gods, man, or as the God. It's not going to happen like that. Verse 7, it says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. And this is why Esau put Eve on a pedestal, because they know that they're the weaker vessel. And it all makes sense when you go back to the story of Adam and Eve. This is why women are able, this is why women walk around and what happens to them? Men walk up on them and spit game, man. They spit game to them. They trick them, you know, they get them to do whatever they want and they fall for it. So when you see things like this, you already know how the woman is going to act. You already know how they acting right now, man, because they're the weaker vessel and Esau knows that. And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. All right. So let's get one last scripture to close it out, because the majority, at the end of the day, this is how you're supposed to be right here. Proverbs 31. And we're going to go to verse 30. It says, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. All right. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. All right. And she's not going to be praised as if people are going to be running up on her and worshiping her or looking at her in a bigger sense like this, man. She's going to be praised as in people going to look at her with respect. They're going to be like, oh, okay, she's fearing the Lord. She's walking in the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is a woman. This is a keeper right here. Somebody who's actually walking in righteousness. Those are the type of women that's going to be praised, man. Not this. Not this at all. This is the Grounded in the Stars display will be featured in Times Square until June 17th. Oh, you already know Jay gonna go crazy. Jay gonna go crazy with Juneteenth. See this statue up? Come on, man. Come on, man. But like I said, it is what it is. You know, just want to do a quick lesson on this because as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is just hilarious. It's hilarious, man. You could tell they was like, yeah, we're going to make this statue. This look like a mother who just got out of an argument. She walking out on the porch with the flip-flops on and everything. Like I said, she got the hands on the hips and that. Come on, man. Esau's literally laughing at your ass behind the scenes. Esau looking at this statue where he's having a ball. But Jake, of course, they're going to be simple, man. They're going to look at this and be like, yeah, we're finally making a difference. Straight up idiots. But we're going to end it with that, man. Like I said, quick lesson. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ra Tazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.